Hey legends!
Hello!
Just letting you know that this video was filmed back in February when the pandemic was starting to outbreak. We were starting to get a little bit nervous, but all the borders were still open and we were still pushing with our sailing plans.
Very much so, and thanks to everyone who watched our last video and commented on the pad eyes that I did install into the cockpit. I'll be getting rid of those screws and through bolting it and putting a backing plate. Honestly, I took a shortcut. I've been told off. So thank you very much. I'll change them over.
Yeah, can't get away with anything on this channel. Thank you guys so much. All right.
Let's get back to the video.
You haven't done this for a while, have you, Yosh?
It's been a while since we've been up the mast. There's a few things I've got to do. I've got to get up and change the halyard. Then I'll do a bit of a rig inspection. The streaming light doesn't work. The masthead light needs to be changed over as well.
What?
Look at that thing!
It's awesome.
Our first sail for 2020 was a glorious downwind day playing with our new asymmetrical spinnaker.
It looks like a unicorn farted.
Back at anchor in Phuket, we got busy completing the final jobs on the list to prepare Nandji for the then planned massive year of sailing across the Indian Ocean. We had painted the V-berth bilge, installed some anchor points in the cockpit,
Screw.
changed the mainsail running rigging, and now it was time to harness up and fix everything up the mast. On our first crossing leaving Australia to New Caledonia, our headsail halyard snapped, and then once again when we're in the Java Sea, our headsail halyard snapped. And so because of this, the last thing I want when we're out in the middle of the Indian Ocean is for our headsail halyard to snap. So I'm going to replace this one here, and then I'm going to run a secondary, because through the top of the mast there is an area for another halyard to come out. So I'm going to replace this halyard. This is like a 8mm Dyneema. That was the halyard, but the outside sheave has been cut, and so the Dyneema, the strength has been exposed to sunlight, and so I want to replace that. And so I'll change this through mast here, and I'll put a double in. I installed this back in Australia, so I've already cut that hole in the mast once. Just going to make it a little bit bigger. It won't have to be that much bigger. But yeah, so I'll put this in, and then I'll change that halyard, run a secondary halyard just in case our first halyard does break, but then I won't have to go up the mast at sea. You're basically just trying to eliminate problems at sea, and this is a problem that we've had before. I've changed from 8mm Dyneema, and I'm going to run 12mm normal double braided rope as the halyard. So this is the Dyneema halyard that we'll get rid of. There's still lots of good rope here. My grinder battery charger has gone flat, so I can't use the grinder, so I just need to just be nice and gentle and steadily take it away and drill holes. And then I'm kicking it old school. I've got the old got the file, and I'm just gonna clean it all up, make it nice and square, because I want to cut as little amount of mast out as possible, because I want to keep as much of the mast as I can, because the mast is pretty important on a sailboat.
You haven't done this for a while, have you, Yosh?
It's been a while since we've been up the mast. There's a few things I've got to do. I've got to get up and change the halyard. Then I'll do a bit of a rig inspection. I'll spray some lanolin around on all the rigging. The streaming light doesn't work, so I'm going to take that out. The masthead light needs to be changed over as well, because I looked last night and it was
we had no
there.
light, no light.
Yeah, so I'll have to take that out as well. So maybe I'll go up to the top and work my way down. No, I won't. I'm too unfit. We'll probably just work our way up in increments.
You said it, not me. Oh my God, how did you used to do this?
I used to do this for a job.
How's the arms going? Feel that burn?
So I've only made it to the first spreader. But have a look at these the chain plates on the mast here. These ones are the originals, but they look pretty sweet. There's no pitting or nothing. There's no signs of any damage. So I'll just give them a bit of a spray with lanolin and keep going. Going up. All right, second spreader. A couple more drops of sweat on the brow now. Same sort of deal. Let's have a bit of inspection. All these pins look fine. Needs a bit of a rag onto it to make the shine come back again, but that's not essential. It's all good. Halyard's all good. Nah, it all looks pretty nice. I can't really see any problems. I'll take the streaming light out and then I'll smash everything with lanolin. Can't see what the issue is. It's got a new LED light in it. Must have put that in Aussie. I might need my voltmeter. Yeah, check it on the red one, that's it. Look at that. She works. Stop working. Working. It's actually all good. So I don't need the voltmeter. Stuck some sandpaper in it. I just need to clean up these terminals, eh? Because it works. Because the light was flicking when it was in there, just wiggling it around. So I think I'll just clean up the copper here because it is pretty dirty. So give that a bit of a sand back and then I'll just spray it all with lanolin and maybe close in the 2 prongs so the light works, so the globe's a bit tighter in there, but there's power to it, so I think it's just got to be dirt, really.
Working or not?
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I've made it to the top of the mast, and it's not really what I want to see because it means I have to come back up here. But this halyard deviation, like to change the angle because we don't have a halyard deflector on top of the furler. So this little guy that I installed is 8mm, so it's to fit the 8mm rope, which ain't ideal considering I've got a 12mm rope I want to put in there. It is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna have to come back up here. Well, get that with the big jobs. All right, boss. I'll just pull through the green headsail halyard. It's gonna pull through that red one. Yeah, so that 12mm is definitely not gonna fit in there. I can't poke it through. So I've got Benita to hand up a bit of 10mm. Yeah, that's perfect. So we might need to swap that for a bit of 10mm. All right, get a new halyard. Oi! Let me down! You ready to let me down? Righto. There you go. There you go. So I was going to swap out that 6mm or the 8mm Dyneema with 12mm rope because it doesn't fit through that block at the top. I was going to swap it for 10mm Dyneema, but since 8mm Dyneema costs 242 baht, which is equal to like $12 Australian per metre, and we need 30 odd metres, it's over $300 just for rope. So if the 8mm costs that much, imagine what the 10's going to cost. So we'll put the 10 back and we'll get the 8. But the bank account is definitely hurting at the moment, but we need these to cross the Indian.
So we're just swapping over the halyard. We've got this big one, the red one that was too thick. We've got the new halyard sheet today, green one here. Chose green because we've got red and blue sheets already. Mix it up a bit.
To run this extra halyard, I first had to climb up the mast once more and then dropped a weighted piece of fishing line down the inside of the mast where Benita could fish it out at the bottom. A task much easier said than done.
He hates it when you're up there, eh? Good boy!
That's alright. That is alright.
The crossing to New Caledonia burnt us because we now have 4 halyards on deck. The halyard keeps getting stuck when we pull it. I don't know, it keeps getting stuck in the mast somewhere, so we're going to tie the other end of the halyard to the fishing wire and pull it up back through the other way.
Good idea, Benita. That was all Benita's idea.
We've done this so that if anything happens to the other ones, Yosh doesn't have to go up the mast at sea. And if you've seen our episode Sailing to New Caledonia, you will completely understand why we did this, and you will completely agree that it's the best idea that we've ever had. So yeah, do yourself a favor, check out that episode. I'll leave a link in the description below because it's a hoot. It is so funny. It's our first ever offshore sail, and what an experience.